Fala pessoal, RockZero aqui com mais... RockZero aqui com mais um pouco de Vampyr. Testamos ali se dá pra levar o cara pra casa, mas infelizmente não dá. O que a gente pode fazer é levar ele o mais afastado possível e abraçar ele. Abraço de amigo, né, gente? Aquele abraço bem apertado pro cara nunca mais esquecer. Ah, tá fechado esse portão, beleza. Eu tô vindo certo, né? Tô. Cara, olha isso aí, é um restaurante. Nossa, cadeira bonita, mesa bonita. Restaurante chique, hein, gente? Eu não sei porquê, mas a arquitetura antiga sempre me impressiona. Eu acho muito bonito essas coisas.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here?
Jesus Cristo, Jesus Cristo. Ó o padre, meu. Ih, rapaz. Bom, mas se tem caçadores de vampiro ali, é porque ali é o caminho certo, né? Regra brilhante de jogos. Se você tá encontrando inimigos nivelados ainda, é porque o caminho que você tá indo tá mais ou menos certo. Eu só precisava achar um esconderijo pra poder tá fazendo mais poções. Ih, rapaz, o maluco bugou. Olha um parque ali. O cara bugou, meu. Ele tá com a cruz igual a lanterna. Ah, pera aí, agora. Eles estão me chamando na Steam. Cara, nível 27, isso é sacanagem demais. Meu Deus! Eu tomei uma porrada! É, Fallout 4, tudo de novo, cara. Quando você encontra aquele inimigo que só porque ele tem um nomezinho diferente lá. Ele tá lá, tipo, sei lá, Invasor das Trevas lá. Vamos supor. Aí só quando se das trevas, meu, o cara não tem colete, o cara não tem armadura, o cara não tem capacete, o cara toma uns 10 tiros na cabeça de ponto .50. E vive. Eu, sinceramente, eu preciso de equipamentos melhores. Cara, podia ter armadura aqui no jogo, né? Você colocar aí embaixo da roupa. Eu, sinceramente... tô tendo um problema muito grande com vários inimigos ao mesmo tempo. Eu tô com a... Cadê? Supremas, né? Ah, Supremas eu posso alterar. Caldeirão de sangue. Concentre os poderes para ferver sangue. Coração. Eita. Bom, eu tô próximo de um esconderijo, então deixe-me ir liberar esse esconderijo aqui. Eu preciso fazer itens de recuperação. Ah, mansão dos Reeds.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I lived.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir, so my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
I really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Beleza, né? Temos agora mais pistas. A gente conseguiu 3 pistas, mas ainda tem uma pergunta que está bloqueada.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Beleza, né? A gente perguntar do foco, ele vai falar a mesma coisa.
Avery. Please.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
Bom, a gente já conseguiu 3 pistas dele, né? Ele só tinha 3 pistas, o Avery. E uma pista da mãe. Nossa mãe. Caramba, meu 4.000 de XP. Ah, não, mas é sacanagem. Eu, tipo, sei lá, eu sei que eu sou vampiro, que eu tenho que chupar o sangue dos outros, mas dá um remorso, tipo. Você vê aquele cara cheio de XP, aí tá lá. Ah, mas ele é teu amigo, aí você fala, nossa. Ah não, ele tem mulher e filho, você fala, nossa. O único cara que eu não vou ter remorso vai ser aquele Cox lá. Aquele que jogou o outro na água. Ah, aqui tem que morrer, aquele cara lá que é dos botineiros lá. Desbloqueamos aqui um esconderijo. O nosso quarto, mano. O quarto dele é maior que o meu, meu. Vai... Que tristeza. Vou ver se eu tenho um parte pra melhorar a serra. Não tenho. Eu não tenho, não acredito. Eu não posso nem melhorar o porrete aqui, né? Porrete farpado bom. Ah. Aí. Falaram que precisa do quê? Ah, 2 mãos. Porrete farpado comum. Uai. Ah, porque eu tô no nível 3. Besta! Burro! Como você é burro, RockZero. Chave pequena. Parque do necrotério de Pembroke. Ah, por que ela tem a chave do necrotério?
I cannot enter.
Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren. I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate? You can ascribe my romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
I really wish you could meet her, Mother. You would love her. It's locked, all right.
Cara, a mulher tá louca, mas tá falando sozinha.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Do you really see Mary and Father? Do you also see me as one of the dead?
Yes. For many years, it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
I'm so sorry. You did not deserve to endure this. Mary should never have done this to you.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again, just as Mary promised us.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson, and my son-in-law, you're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you. But you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Bom, aqui ainda tem...
Do you? Yeah. What?
Basicamente pegamos as pistas máximas, né?
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Cara, eu só acho muito esquisito. A gente conseguiu todas as pistas aqui deles, né? Então, se quisermos, digamos o seguinte, ferrar com tudo. Pena que o Kimura morreu, né? Eu não consegui salvar ele. Tem a Karine também pra conseguir pista. Tem várias outras pessoas aqui nesse... É muito NPC, cara. Eu ia investigar a casa, eu acabei não investigando a casa, vim na casa do personagem aqui, conversei com um monte de gente, já passou basicamente uns 20 minutos de vídeo. Deixa eu voltar a seguir meu caminho aqui. Eu posso descer aqui direto. Cara, é muita coisa, muita narrativa que tem aqui. Só o fato de... E aí, gente? Beleza, eu tô indo embora. Jesus Cristo, meu! Nossa! Tem um cara atrás de mim. Ih, agora acabou. Ai! Cara, é muita gente! Mesmo que eu upar, eu não tenho XP pra upar tudo. Tipo, a arma dá pouco dano. Porém, estaca deita o cara rápido. Contrapartida, esse porrete agora dá um dano desgramado. Meu Deus do céu.
We have to stop it! Christ, he's dead!
Foi. Cara, agora que eu tô pensando, eu sempre quis jogar Dark Souls, mas se Dark Souls for desse jeito, eu não passo nem do primeiro chefe. Acho que Dark Souls é daqui pra pior, pelo que eu sempre vejo. Finalmente. Cara, 27 minutos pra chegar aqui. Pelo menos eu consegui uma porrada de XP aos ratos aqui.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Ah, a mulher tá
This
morta.
woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Cara, provavelmente ela foi atacada por um Skull. Será que essa família virou Skull, o pai, os filhos? Bom, eu vou sair investigando tudo que tem aqui.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Nossa, meu, o cara... arrancaram a língua do cara e furaram os olhos dele, meu. Que porcaria! Jeito horrível de morrer, isso.
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Tem... Nossa, tem alguém ali. Deixa eu lutear isso aqui antes. Parafuso. Faça o parafuso aí.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Ih, meu Deus, Elsa. Caralho! Caramba! Ela vomitou em mim, eu morri! Ai, meu Deus. Essa mulher vai virar meme, meu. Você achou que eu estava morta, mas era eu, Dio. Tá, vamos tentar mais uma vez aqui. Nossa. Cara, nossa senhora, eu tô tomando dano ainda. Ah, que triste isso, tá quase derrotando, cara. Ô, mas esse negócio da pessoa vomitar é um saco. Tipo, você só tá na área ali, você tá no range, mas não, você tá tomando dano, foda-se você, né? Legal que meu sangue tudo foi pra merda. Eu tava com o sangue cheinho, cara. Não, você tá com sangue cheio, meu? Vão te deixar com a vida cheia, sangue na merda. Ai, mais uma vez, se não for agora, meu, eu vou ter que pegar descansar e pegar mais XP. Ah, cara. Para de vomitar, mulher, coisa feia.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Jesus Cristo, que luta tensa. Carta da escola de atuação de Fletcher. Querida Elsa. Peraí, mas o nome dela era Elsa com Z, agora tá com S? Eu devo ter chegado errado então. Uma grande alegria que confirmo dessa carta sua admissão como estudante particular em minha escola de atuação. A breve cena que apresentou graciosamente na semana passada me convenceu de que você tem tudo para ser uma atriz de verdade. Como estudante particular, você receberá treinamento e instrução profissional. Eu acredito na imersão total para despertar todo o potencial dos alunos. Devido à intensidade dessas sessões, você será convidado para permanecer na escola por tempo integral. Por isso, peço que lembre-se de trazer trajes noturnos e quaisquer outros itens necessários para passar uma semana em minha escola. Atenciosamente, Doris Fletcher.
So, This girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Beleza, né, gente? Temos aqui outro foco de infecção para investigar. Vamos dar uma corrida lá. Ah, esse maluco aí.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
London's lone gourmet? What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Bom, pessoal, eu vou deixando esse vídeo por aqui para o vídeo não ficar muito longo. E espero que vocês tenham gostado. A gente está descobrindo muito mais coisas aí, como sempre, né? Se você gostou do vídeo, deixa aquele gostei maroto. Não se esqueça de se inscrever no meu canal. E aguarde por mais vídeos de Vampyr. Até o próximo vídeo, pessoal. E fui!